Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and this is what we're going to make today. Show you, it's a cute little box. These could be used for Halloween. You could use them for craft fairs, whatever. They hold quite a bit of goodies on the inside. You can put those mints in there. Alright, this little belly band slides off, and then the little box opens up, just like that. So there's plenty of room to put, I think, even a little container of those mints that I can't even think of the name of them now, but I think those would fit in here fine. I know the little individually wrapped mints that you can get, the little circles, they fit in here real well. A lot of them do. So these are pretty small. I think the finished is 3. Let's see, it's 3 by 2 1/8 by 5/8. So they're pretty small, but they would be quick and easy to make, and you could use your scrap paper to make a lot of these and then sell them at craft fairs. I think they'd go over really well. You could either do them like I'm doing for fall, or you could do them for Halloween, just anything. You could even make these for Christmas. It is quick and easy, so let's get started on it. Okay, you're going to need a piece of cardstock. Now this is the dotted cardstock from Bo Bunny, I do believe. Let me see. Yeah, this is Bo Bunny double dot cardstock. I have quite a bit of this. I bought quite a bit of it years ago. If I can find it, I'll link it below. I'm not sure they still carry it. I think they do, but I'm not sure they carry this particular color. But on one side, it's got the little dot looking things, and then on the other side, it's smooth. So I like it for projects like this because you don't have to worry about covering the project with some other patterned paper. And see, those are the little yellow dots there. Okay, so this piece of paper is 6 3/8 by 4 1/4. Now I'm going to score on the smooth side because it makes it a little bit easier. You're going to score at 2 1/8. So 2 1/8, 2 3/4, 2 3/4, at 4 7/8, so right there, and then at 5 1/2, right there. Now you're going to turn it 90 degrees, and you're going to score at 5/8. So 5/8 is right there. Oops, 5/8 is that line right past the 1/2. 5/8. I'm trying not to press too hard on this, and then 3 5/8. There we go. All right, that is your scoring completed. Now just go ahead and fold and burnish on all your score lines. Now I want this to be the outside, so I'm going to be folding a little bit backward than what my score lines say, but it'll be okay because I want the dots to be on the outside. But I didn't want to score across the dots because it makes it a little bit harder, and I jumped the gun enough anyway, or I jumped the track enough anyway. Alright, so we've got our scoring done. Okay, now what you're going to do is take your scissors, and on these little score lines on the side, you're going to cut up. So we're going to cut up on that one, cut up on that one, turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. Cut right down the center of the score line and right up to that line that goes this way. Up here at the top, you're going to cut this little rectangle off. So he gets trimmed completely off, just like that. So go ahead and do that on both sides. And just make sure that you trim out that score line. That way you don't have anything left there. Now on this little piece right here, you're going to cut down on this. And I'll show you why in a little bit. You could have cut it the other way, but it's not going to work as good. That needs to be cut down just like that, because that's going to fold in and keep our lid from falling down in the box. Now on this end right here where you have, see, this is the wider end. On this one where you have the smaller one, you're going to round these corners. Now this paper has a white core, so I may end up going over it with some ink But if you can see that, it has a lot of white core in there. And I don't want that to show on my box, so I may end up going over that with some ink. Just depends on how much it's going to show. Okay, so that is all of our cuts that we need to do. And we've rounded this corner because that's our lid. Now you just need to put some glue on these two little tabs right here. So put a little bit of glue right there, a little bit of glue right there. Then you're going to fold it over just like we always do when we're making a box. And I'm attaching it to the bottom first. And just make sure that the score line and the end of that comes even. Then you'll make sure that your box is correct. Okay, and then these little tabs right here are going to go to the inside. That way when you're looking at your box from the front, you've got a good rounded corner and you don't have a raw edge there. So let's go ahead and put some glue on these on both sides. Okay, press that down. And oops, this one got on the outside somehow. Come back here. Okay, there we go. Let me get a towel to wipe my hands off. Wipe the glue off of them so I don't get it all over the box. There we go. Now see, you've still got these little tabs to keep your lid from falling down in there. But what we want to do is go ahead and trim off just a little bit, a little wedge on both sides of this. This just makes the lid fold over a little bit better. So just trim a little bit off of each side. And then this will go in there like that. And then your little lid goes down in there just like that. And there is your box. Now see my white core? I'm not really crazy about that, so I'm probably going to go ahead and put some ink on there. Okay, so I'm just going to take some Victorian Velvet. That's the closest color to this. And I'm just going to go around the edges to cover up some of those white places on here. And see this one right here? See how white that is? When you get through putting the ink on there, it all blends in. So you could do this before you put the box together. It doesn't matter. And I just used my little ink tool, my little finger dauber, to put that on. Alright, now we can put that back down in there. Just like that. And it doesn't have any white edges showing. Now you have a belly band, and this belly band is cut at 1 1/4 by 6. And all you want to do, start at the back side, about in the middle, and just fold over and just finger fold it. And then fold to the front, finger fold again. Whoops, let me get it straight going around here. Just to give you an idea as to where to score this. Alright, so there's my idea on where to score. Now I'm just going to take it and fold it over, and I'm not going to put it in my scoreboard. I'm going to straighten my score lines up, and then I'm going to burnish them. So see how crooked that one is? All I have to do is pull that together right at the bottom there, and then just burnish it. And the same thing on this end. You could measure and put this back in your scoreboard and make your score lines, but I find that every one of mine is a little bit different. So it's a little bit easier for me to do it this way. Okay, now see that goes around perfectly right there. Then you just want to put a little bit of glue on the back and pull that together. Now don't pull it too tight because you want the recipient to be able to pull it off real easy. So just pull it where it'll slide back and forth like that. So that is that. Then we used one of our stitched dies again. This is a nested stitched eyelet oval die, and if I can find this, I'll link it below. I think I found it the other day, and I just cut out a little oval, stitched oval, out of brown cardstock, and I'm just going to use my vintage photo, and this stamp is from our stamp set for the September kit, and it just says welcome fall. So this is the May May stamp set for our September kit. Have you noticed I can't talk this morning? I don't know what's wrong with my tongue. Alright, I need to re-ink my pad again. Alright, we're going to stamp it at the right hand side because we're going to be putting leaves and things on the other end. So let's stamp that right there. There we go, welcome fall. And this is going to glue to the belly band. So we're going to go ahead and put this up on some pop dots. Let me know in the comments below if you do craft fairs or shows, anything like that. I'd like to know how many of you are looking for craft fair ideas, especially since Christmas is coming up. Going to be lots of craft fairs everywhere. Let me know if you do the craft fairs, and if you do, what city do you do those in, if you don't mind sharing. Alright, then I punched out some leaves. Now this leaf is from a die set that I have had forever and a day, and it's a Prima, I do believe, and I'll try to find it, but I'm not sure they still even have it. So I cut that one out of the Prima because I wanted one that was just like a skeleton leaf. And then these two I punched out. This one is from a McGill. It's a 7/8 by 1 3/8 leaf. And this one is an old Creative Memories that I've had for a long time, and I used the yellow to do that one right there. And now I wanted some texture on my solid leaves. Instead of doing the texture by hand with a pencil or whatever like I have done before, what we're going to do is we're going to do the texture with this texture stamp. It is just a little stamp that I got from Tim Holtz a long time ago, and it's a background stamp, and it's a crackle effect, and I'm just going to use it to put some little veins and things on my leaves, and I'll show you that. Let me hold them up. There, see the veins and things on my leaves? That makes it a little bit easier than trying to draw them all out with a pencil or a pen or something like that. So we're going to put the green one down. Now remember to glue it to this. Don't glue it to your box because you want this to be able to slide. Then we're going to put the skeleton one down. Next. And it doesn't matter if they hang off. Matter of fact, you want them to hang off because you want people to be able to see that. And then we're going to put this yellow one on top, just like that. Alright, and then I have just a little piece of baker's twine, and it's black and white. And I'm going to tie a little bow. Tie a tiny bow. And we'll clip these ends off. And then I'm going to make it look like I have those leaves tied together with this bow. I could have tied it around the end of that little stem, but my fingers are too big for that. So I just kind of make it look like that it is there. There we go. And then I'm going to put just a few pieces of bling there. And this one I have cut apart. Because I wanted some small ones, and I don't use those anyway, so I just cut the little pieces of bling apart and use them that way. And let's see, we will put this one up there, right there. And then we'll put another smaller one at the bottom. And there you go. That is it. That is just how quick and easy these little boxes are to make. See, you can make tons and tons of these just by using your scrap paper, because I have used my scrap paper to make these. Okay guys, that is it for the tutorial today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to our channel. We would appreciate it if you would. We've got some big giveaways coming up. When we reach 50,000, we've got a big giveaway that we're going to be giving away. And then when we reach 100,000, we're going to be giving away a Cricut Maker bundle. The whole bundle. It's worth around $550. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button and share this video with all of your friends and ask them to subscribe. I would really appreciate it because I want to be giving away some goodies. All right, that is it. We will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.